Hello and welcome to The Free Bin, a podcast of the Toledo, Oregon Public Library. My name is Sophia.
I'm Harrison.
And I'm Cindy.
And we're here to talk about all the things. Okay, so this past week, there was a convergence of all the holidays all at the same time. So there was Lunar New Year, there was the beginning of Ramadan, and there was Ash Wednesday leading us into, and the beginning of the carnival season, and Fat Tuesday right before Ash Wednesday, and the beginning of Lent also. So all the things aligned, and so we're going to talk about everything today.
Literally the stars and the moon aligned.
And the moon. Everything aligned. But first, before we do that, we've got some breaking news. New news. Wait, here we go. So to round out this month, we have a slime event this afternoon at 3:30. I'm so excited. It's going to be so gross. And then tomorrow.
I think you should promote every library event that way. It's going to be so gross.
Awesome.
Yuck. And then tomorrow we have Steam Saturday on the 21st. Oh my gosh, is it still at 2:30 or is it at a different time?
Steam Saturdays at 2:30.
At 2:30? Okay. I was
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 2:30. The 21st. My first brochure was wrong. My new brochure is correct. Tomorrow at 2:30. Okay, and then to round us out, the very last day of February on the 28th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., we're having Spice Club. We're celebrating Za'atar. We're having dishes with the Spice Za'atar. Come hang out with us. Eat some yummy dishes. Make a yummy dish with Za'atar. Grab a packet from the front desk. And that's it. That's what I got. Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. And I brought the beverage.
Okay.
Oh, God. Omar, do you have a beverage?
Yeah, I got Pepsi.
Oh, that's not the same.
Pour some onto my phone so Omar can taste it.
That's not this. We need something gross. Do we have something gross in our
I'm
fridge?
hoping this isn't gross. We've had a bad run. Yeah. I'm really hoping this is good because I like the two ingredients. Mm-hmm. Well, I take that back. The two supposed ingredients in this.
Alleged ingredients.
Yes. So this is Roar Organic Blackberry Lemonade. It's naturally flavored, vitamin-enhanced beverage with antioxidants, vitamins, and electrolytes. So it only has 3 grams of sugar and 20 calories per bottle. So we're going to shake this off and try to get the lid open.
Sorry, that was the closest thing to a roar I had.
I didn't know if that was Omar.
I was like, what's happening?
It's a cow. I have cow and I have donkey. Yeah,
Oh my God.
It's a bull.
Oh.
Yeah, that was bull, and then I've got a donkey, and I don't have a proper roar. That is missing from the soundboard.
You need to put the roar from
Okay.
the one for you from the dinosaur in Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So this is just basically from auroraorganic.com. And I shook it well. And it's got all kinds of hydration. It has C, B5, B6, B12, electrolytes, antioxidants, and it's organic coconut water. Are you ready?
It smells really sweet.
Yeah.
It smells like blackberries. Well, it's kind of disappointing.
It's very
You've
disappointing.
done this.
I like a good lemonade, and this is okay. You know, I wouldn't not drink it because it tastes like those other antioxidant drinks like Gatorade and Powerade and electrolyte stuff.
It tastes functional, not recreational.
Yeah, it's not a fun lemonade, but I would drink it.
You know what? It tastes like a melted popsicle.
Yeah. It does.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It does.
No.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to have to melt a popsicle.
Like if you had like an otter pop and you just let it melt, that's how it tastes.
It's not that sweet, though, is it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Well, okay, maybe the coating on my tongue is now telling me that it's that sweet.
Well, I mean, like not bad.
Well, you know what it is, I think?
It's not the worst.
It has cane sugar in it, but it also has like stevia.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we're tasting that.
You
Stevia?
shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
You
don't do
can't
that.
mix stevia and sugar. They're two different kinds of sweet that like fight each other.
Yeah.
Every time I've tried to do that and thought I was being clever, like when I made a root beer float with a stevia root beer and put vanilla ice cream in it, and it was like I was eating a chemical factory. Two things don't cooperate with each other.
Ew. That sounds
Well,
gross.
sorry, I tried.
Well, you know, it was not bad. It wasn't like gross.
It wasn't like spit out bad.
No, it wasn't
No.
like, oh my God. But it wasn't like cream soda, you know?
Yeah.
The cream of the crop.
It
wasn't like that.
It wasn't the mushroom soda that we had a while ago. It wasn't that.
It wasn't the baking soda.
Bacon soda. Yeah, that was special.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between. So
Yeah.
I'd say 3 out of 5 stars.
I'll give it a 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably middle of the road on that. On a hot day, it might taste pretty good
Yeah.
if you're down on electrolytes
Ooh,
and
yeah.
salt. So
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
maybe it is functional, like you said, not
Yeah.
not recreational.
Yeah. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Good job.
We don't want to diss them.
No.
they're a
I mean,
startup
sometimes.
company.
Not this time, but sometimes. I
Okay.
want to. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Yes, please.
Okay, so how about we lead off, Omar? If you could talk with us about Ramadan, and
Maybe we should introduce him first.
Oh, hello. This is my husband Omar, and he's going to talk with us about Ramadan and any other cool facts that you have.
That's a wide
yeah.
open field.
Okay.
So Ramadan, for those who don't know, it's in the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. And the Islamic lunar calendar is 29 to 30 days, which means that every year Ramadan is 10 to 12 days earlier because, some months end in 29 days and some end in 30. And so I think last year it was in March, and then this year it started in February because of the 10 to 12 day difference there. And so in Ramadan, you fast from sunrise to sunset. And that means that as soon as the sun rises and then, as soon as the sun sets, you don't eat food and you don't drink water. And it's not only like a physical abstinence from like food and stuff, but it's also emotional. So, you don't want to have a negative attitude. You don't want to gossip about people. And you don't want to, essentially give off like a negative energy that can also break your fast. Like the goal of Ramadan is to have self-restraint, kind of reflect on those who are less fortunate and just, just be a good person essentially. And not every person needs to fast. So if someone has a chronic illness or they're traveling and they might be burdened by this, they can always make it up later. And then also if you're a pregnant woman or you are going through your menstrual cycle, you're also don't have to fast. And basically the key thing about Ramadan too is that since you are fasting, you are encouraged, as a family or by yourself or with friends. There's 2 meals. They're called suhoor, which is like the meal before dawn, where your family would wake up, you make eggs, pancakes, whatever. But the goal of the meal is like, you don't eat a ton of food. You just eat enough food to sustain you for the day or drink enough water for that time. And then when you break your fast, there's a meal called iftar, which just essentially means the meal after sunset. And the goal there again, since, the goal of Ramadan is about self-control and, spirituality. It's just eating enough so you feel full, not like overindulging yourself and eating like 10 Big Macs or something afterwards, even though you might be super hungry. And then when Ramadan concludes, there's a celebration called Eid al-Fitr, which literally means, it translates to Festival of Breaking the Fast. And during that time, people will exchange gifts. They'll give kids money. The other good thing about Eid and both Ramadan is people tend to be more charitable to the less fortunate people around them. So, for Sahur and Iftar, they'll, be people that try to get together, and they'll try to go out in their community and, give food to the homeless or to the less fortunate people that need it. And I did want to bring a interesting fact about Ramadan. So essentially it is derived from two Arabic words. The first one is Armand, which means intense heat in Arabic, and then Ramda, which means sun-scorched sand. So essentially, besides burning calories, you're essentially like burning away your sins per se. I think I've shared a pretty good amount of stuff here. Did anyone have any questions or any follow-up comments?
How long does it last? So that is a great question. So it lasts 29 or 30 days because, again, it's based on a lunar calendar. So it essentially starts when there's a new crescent moon, and it ends around the same time. So about 29 to 30 days later. Okay. What about kids?
Kids. So, kids, are encouraged to practice, but typically kids that are going through puberty, or, maybe they have a chronic condition or something, they don't need to fast. This is just like a personal story, but I remember when I was younger, my grandparents or relatives, they would try to encourage me to fast by saying hey, to break the fast, we'll go to your favorite restaurant, or maybe on Eid you'll get a little bit more money. And so they try to incentivize kids a little bit, I guess, through other means, you'll get a big bowl of ice cream or something. So
you do what you can do.
Yeah, exactly. So 8-year-old Omar or 10-year-old Omar is like, and that shawarma place or that bakery is going to be extra good after doing it fast.
So I'd imagine a lot of folks, like with Lent and other observances, it's a good time to kickstart if you're looking to implement dietary changes overall, when you're really focusing on how you're on your calories and when you're eating and that kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Obviously the first few days, just when you're making any kind of big change in your life, will be pretty hard. You'll have a headache, you'll feel fatigued or things of that nature. But the great thing about the human body is it's pretty adaptable. And when you are making those changes, I think studies have said it's about 21 days when you're making a big change before your brain finally starts to connect the synapses there. So I guess, Ramadan being 29 or 30 days could be a good time to start some new, diet or weight loss activity as well.
Well, I didn't know that. I knew Ramadan because when I worked in the school district, we knew that we had kids that were observing it, and so. But I didn't understand all the stuff behind it about I knew you were fasting, but also fasting from other stuff, which is. Lent is the same way. You're giving something up. And so there's a lot of connection between all the convergences.
There's an overlap.
So
yeah.
That's interesting. Thanks for sharing that, because it's nice to know.
No, it's always very interesting when you can see, the faiths overlap and just gain some more understanding with everyone. And just wanted to say, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share.
Thank you.
Can you share a good greeting that people can say to each other during Ramadan or around Eid?
So, usually to mark, the start of Ramadan or the sighting, of the new moon, people say Ramadan Mubarak, and then it's the same thing with Eid. Eid Mubarak is a very common greeting as well, and those are like the two most common means. And basically, if you want to translate what that means, is just it means happy, Ramadan, or like blessed Ramadan, or same thing for Eid, because like Eid just means like it's a celebration, and like Mubarak in essentially Arabic can be like translated to like blessed or happy.
Okay. So Eid is the end of Ramadan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's like the party at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It literally translates to Festival of Breaking the Fast.
Cool.
So everyone goes out and they celebrate like, hey, we did it, and we're so happy, that hopefully during that time you either built up like some more connection with your community or your family, or spiritually, or whatever your goal was during that time.
Yeah.
It's like mindfulness is like the related term for things, right? It's like a time of
thinking.
It's taking inventory of yourself and your place in the world. I was just thinking of how things like Lent and Ramadan and other observances overlap, where it's like, take some time, pay attention to how you're living and what you're doing.
Right.
It's always good for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I love how they all overlap, because it's even New Year's resolutions kind of fit into that too. You take the time to think about or setting goals for the new year, which seems to be kind of a non-religious thing,
Yeah.
So you sit down and go, okay, what do I want to accomplish this year? What are my goals? And think about how I can get there, or what do I want to add to the world instead of take away from it,
Yeah.
kinds of things. So that's cool.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Omar.
All right.
Yeah,
Omar helps us out
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you guys.
See you. Bye.
All right.
All right.
Super
Yay.
interesting.
Awesome.
I'm glad he could make the time to talk with us about that.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. You want to do Lent?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because that kind of leads into...
That leads into the next thing. Okay, so we're doing a speed run of Catholicism.
Any percent, no glitch.
Yeah.
We are not doing the wall clip trick on level 7.
So
we're just
there's
talking
no
about this.
complaining about lack of detail if she's just if we're doing the speed run.
We're doing, how my microbiology professor used to say, we were doing a high-flying overview,
Yes.
and we're not getting into the weeds.
Yes.
So here we go.
30,000 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we are. Okay, so Ash Wednesday what's today? Friday? 2 days ago.
Was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. Where am I in space and time? Who knows? So Ash Wednesday is the first day of Lent. And so it marks the beginning of the Lent season. And so and like Ramadan, it's a day of fasting. You're not allowed to eat meat on that day. So according to Catholicism, Ash Wednesday is a wonderful opportunity to rearrange your priorities and feed your soul before one of the most important seasons of the entire year. So Ash Wednesday is a day of abstinence for Catholics. So similar to Islam, there are medical exceptions for not eating meat on Ash Wednesday. And then we're going to move on to Lent. So like I said, high-flying overview. So we did Ash Wednesday, and we marked it, and then we're getting ready for the Lent season. And Lent leads to Easter. So it's the 40 days leading up to Easter. And so in Lent, you're supposed to give up something. And there are also rules around fasting and when you can and can't eat meat and other things. So you are in Lent, you're looking at your priorities in life. It's an invitation to rearrange your priorities, to focus on what matters most and leave behind what matters least. According to Dynamic Catholic, it's an invitation to take your spiritual life seriously. It's a perfect time to form life-giving habits and abandon self-destructive habits. And you take 40 days to explore God's dream for your life. And yeah. Okay, so you're supposed to give up something for Lent. A lot of people give up chocolate, something light like that, but you're really supposed to give up something something with a bit more oomph, something like giving up negative thinking or giving up speaking poorly about others or procrastinating. Or you can make a positive change like praying the rosary instead of watching TV or reading a Catholic book instead of scrolling through social media. So there's more that we could talk. I mean, we could talk so much about this, but yeah, it's a time of reflection and change leading up to Easter. That's it. That's what I got. Like I said, high flying overview of Catholicism.
Does for Lent, is it just is there like an equivalent to like, you know, between sahur and breaking the fast? Like, can you get up early and eat some chocolate, or is it more like it's a consistent thing?
You have to be consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot. If you're giving it up for those 40 days, that's it. That's what you're...
It's a selective, continuous type of thing.
In the lead up to Easter. I think there's also like days, I'm forgetting, there's like a day that you can't eat meat, so you can eat like fish instead. I can't remember what day that
Probably
is.
Friday.
It's Friday. Yes, you are correct. Yeah.
Fish Fridays.
Yes, Fish Fridays. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
It's interesting because I think that Lent, there's something in the church calendar, in the Catholic Church and Anglican churches that are liturgical, that those 40 days prior that they count back from Easter have some significance in Scripture and in the Bible. And I don't know what that is. But because Lent kicks off the Easter series, the Easter season. And it's similar to like Advent in other church denominations, or even in the Catholic, you know, you go back like 4 weeks of Advent, starts that first weekend in December and leads up to the birth of Christ. So there is I don't know what that is, but I know that there is some significance to that 40 days. Yeah. I just don't know what it is exactly. So it would be interesting to see. I mean, it's just everything kind of is the same, you know. I mean, it's the same idea of reflection and giving something up and thinking about who you are and what you want to be and how you want to be. Yeah. Each of them kind of offers that, Lent and Ramadan.
Exactly. Yeah.
That kind of leads into what I wanted to talk about today.
Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Segue.
And I'm going to be doing kind of a speed run. I just got a few notes. But since we're talking about moving observances that are not set to a fixed date in the calendar, the 365-day calendar, I want to talk about the Vatican Observatory.
Ooh.
I
didn't know they had one.
They very much have one.
Cool.
And it's a big deal. So as someone who got to do Star Lab shows, not coming from an astronomy background, but coming from a science ed background, the Vatican Observatory is really cool. Mm-hmm. It was started in the 18th century, the Specola Vaticana in the Tower of the Winds within the Vatican. Between 1787 and 1789, it was established under the direction of Monsignor Filippo Luigi Gili. And a lot of this work just comes from the need to track holy days, movable feasts Easter and, things that are on a cycle that's not, December 25th every year. And when you're doing that and you need to project years in advance, you know when your observances are going to be, you kind of need the infrastructure, the expertise, the tools to be able to say on what date will all of these things fall according to when they're calculated for however far in advance you want to go. That initial need has expanded over the centuries as they've added more capacity to this, to the point that the Vatican Observatory is one of the really big deal institutions in astronomy because they are better equipped than other observatories in terms of long-term funding, longitudinal studies, because, you know, if you're working for a university, a lot of times you're chasing grant funding kind of year to year. You've got a lot of turnover potentially. You've got grad students graduating out. You've got, it can be hard to do something, to make observations that you're going to need a few decades, you know, to say, I want to look at this nebula for 30 years and see how the radiation shifts to answer some question. Because the universe is big and it takes a long time for stuff to happen sometimes. And if you're kind of just chasing the budget cycle, it can be hard. It's not impossible. People do it, but it can be hard. But if you are funded by the Holy See, if you're the Vatican Observatory, you've got steady, pretty much guaranteed funding for things, so they can tackle those big questions on their, you know, by their own research or, you know, on behalf of other institutions, to put that muscle behind doing these long-term studies. So they have a really good track record in doing that kind of stuff. So the Vatican Observatory Research Group, or VORG, I love that.
That's an
acronym. Awesome. They operate the 1.8 meter Alice P. Lennon telescope with their the Thomas J. Bannon Astrophysics Facility. And those two things are known as the Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope, or VAT. And that is at the Mount Graham International Observatory in Arizona, where they've got some of the best sky viewing conditions. They also have their campus, or their facility in Italy. And their astronomers, like their astronomers are not just folks who have advanced degrees in astronomy, but they're also priests, Jesuits. So it's not the kind of work I imagine you just kind of find your way into, because the folks who are, you know, they're PIs on research projects, who are the managing the thing, each of them is a priest and a PhD astronomer. So it's tough field to break into.
Very niche.
There's a requirement.
And they also have a library of antique books, because they used to be housed in the same facility as the Vatican Library, and they kind of took on some of the collections that are historic collections that are relevant to their work. So they have that too. And of course, in addition to their astronomers, there are also lay staff who work both in Italy and in Tucson. So they employ a good number of people. Their current director is Father Anthony D'Souza, and SJ. And he's got a PhD in astronomy from Ludwig Maximilian University in Munich. And I was reflecting, just looking at, you know, staff bios and stuff. He's from Goa, India, and it looks like he spent his early teens there. And I was just thinking about what I know Goa for. And I know in the 90s it was like a big, you know, kind of tourist party area. There's a whole genre of techno music named after Goa. And so I thought, if he was coming of age in this, anywhere near that, I can imagine a kid going, I think I'm entering the priesthood. But also cosmic priesthood. So I don't know the man. I'm just making stuff up. But
I wonder which came first, the priesthood or the astronomy.
Ooh.
I think the priesthood did. Like he's one of those guys like we talked about where it seems like he's always known what he wanted to be when he grew up. Looking at that, they've got some expertise on that staff. He focuses on the formation and evolution of galaxies is his focus, but they've got a lot of people working on a lot of different stuff. That is what I've got. I just kind of wanted to bring up because it ties it into the sciences there of the need to keep track of observances. And the Vatican kept investing in it to the point that they're doing amazing deep space research of the nature of the universe. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool stuff.
It's interesting, because if you were, you think about people's trajectory. So if you're a kid or a high school kid, you get really absorbed in astronomy and you happen to come from a Catholic family, career goals, to be a priest or to be at the best and say, oh, one of the conditions to be a priest. Okay. You kind of wonder about that now, but I imagine you have to go be in the priesthood, but also that they're training you. It's like, if that's what you want to do and you enter the priesthood and say, I want to be an astronomer, and they send you in that direction for training and education. I
would love to, as much as I'm speaking off the cuff, if anyone who works for the Vatican Observatory is listening, I really do want to get to know some of these people. I'd love to talk to the folks for real who are doing this, because it's got to be some interesting stories that led people here into such a specific trajectory, like you're saying. Like I imagine some folks are like, astronomy came first. Some folks are
the priesthood
came first, and then in schooling they developed an interest. But it's got to be an interesting story, no matter how you tell it, that gets you to that point in your career. Yeah.
It also, this is just an observation. It's interesting that the leading astronomy place, which it sounds like this is one of the leading ones because of the funding and they have all that, and, they're doing amazing work, is run by a bunch of people who believe in God. And the universe is an unknown, but many of them would believe in the creation of the universe, maybe not the Big Bang or whatever. It's just an interesting observation to me.
Well,
there might be some conflict there.
You would like in some
or
tellings
not.
or not. No, and because you get in a lot of tellings of like the history of science, like the Vatican is not always cast as a hero in that story, telling it from the perspective of science and stuff. But then so many of the folks who pioneered scientific research have been like monks. And Occam's razor, one of the foundational concepts in critical thinking is that's used in the sciences is William of Occam was a monk.
So it's just an interesting thing that I'd love to talk to somebody and say, okay, so you're doing this great scientific work, but where does your belief in God fit into it? And how does that work for you? Not that is, it's just an interesting thought process, because there's different views, two different world views. So when you approach something from your worldview, you're looking at this data set. How does that worldview color or not what you're seeing? Yeah. And it's just an interesting thought process.
Yeah. It is.
Sorry.
No, I agree. Wholeheartedly.
We need to have them as a guest.
None
of us speak Italian.
Get the Vatican on the line.
Yeah. Excuse us. You send over an astronomy monk. We have questions.
I'd love to get some of those folks on the phone. And
fascinating.
I'm going to email them. Worst thing they can do is not email me back.
That's true.
Do it.
Email. Please we have these questions. First, or astronomy. What's your worldview? How do you how do you figure that all out? So, anyway. From the universe to back to Lunar New Year. I just pulled some Chinese Zodiac signs because that's all kind of part of the year. And this year is the year of the fire horse.
Fire horse.
And I'm not sure what that means. It's not just a regular horse, it's a fire horse. Well, and actually I do know because each year, and I don't have the paper, but each year is one of the elements, right? Mm-hmm. So like 2023, which was the year of the rabbit, was the year of the water rabbit, right? Oh. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
So the element is fire. Okay, so here's the thing. We are going to look at our little, our years and decide if we match what they say you're supposed to do. And then we're going to look at our compatibility years and see if we are compatible with the people we marry.
Oh,
okay. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
And then we're going to wrap this sucker up.
Oh, no. I got things to talk about when you're done.
What do you, because Lunar New Year, that's right.
Yes.
The do's and don'ts.
Oh,
of
yes.
the
Yeah, the do's and don'ts.
Okay, so let's run through this. So the
Okay.
Chinese Zodiac signs are a variety of animals: tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, pig, rat, and ox. I am the year of the rabbit. That's my birth year. 1963 falls into the year of the rabbit. And I am, according to this, compassionate, gentle, and merciful. Your best matches are sheep, monkey, dog, and pig. Okay? Those are Now, my kids would say, she's not merciful. Don't believe her. That's what my kids would say. I don't know that I think I'm compassionate and I think I'm gentle, but I do struggle sometimes with being merciful to people who do stupid things. Okay, so what year were you born? You know what you are.
A year of the horse.
So you're the fire horse this year, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. You are energetic, active, and a party animal.
Oh my gosh.
Your best matches are tiger, sheep, and rabbit.
Oh.
That's discouraging. But it might be why we get along.
True.
So what are you? What are you, Harrison?
I am the year of the wood ox.
You're the year of the wood ox? All right. So the ox, you are honest, dependable, and diligent. Your best matches are rat, monkey, and rooster. Does that sound like you? You are honest and dependable and diligent. I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
I try.
You try. Try.
I matched. Yeah, so I matched with the wood rat. So yeah, that tracks.
Woohoo.
So your wife is a wood rat?
Yes, I'm not sure how. I'm seeing. Let me see. Is it patience?
So the rat is, you have a great sense of humor and strong intuition.
What if two of the same sign marry each other? My husband and I are both year of the horse.
So you're both year of the horse, and according to the compatibility chart I have, the horses are. It's not on here.
Well, that's rude.
What? I think if you're both horses, you're supposed to get along. When you do the two tigers together, it says happy and steady. But they didn't do the other.
There's no horse and horse?
No horse on there.
Oh.
Oh, I wonder if I messed up and didn't print it all.
No.
I'm going to guess that, because most of them, like, the ones that are the same year are compatible.
Okay.
I got to think what my husband is. I don't know. He's a tiger. Well, that kind of matches him. We do not match. The tiger and the rabbit can be good.
Ooh, can be good.
Can be good, but his matches are dragon, horse, and pig.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't know. I say 43 years of marriage is probably pretty compatible.
I think that fits into the definition of can be good.
I think so. Will be good, is good.
Yes.
So, anyway, I always think these are fun because sometimes they match up and sometimes they don't, You know, people who are like, you're the the dog, who are not loyal, honest, and sincere. But also dogs are really loyal, honest, and sincere. Mm-hmm. So maybe it goes by, I don't know. Anyway, that's the Chinese Zodiac. So tell us about the Lunar New Year and what we're not supposed to do.
Okay, so on the Lunar New Year day, on the Chinese Lunar New Year day, you're not supposed to sweep or take out the trash because it's the equivalent of throwing away your luck or sweeping away your luck. So that would symbolize sweeping away your good luck for the year. So don't do that. Mm-hmm. Don't wash or cut your hair because then you'd be washing away your health or cutting away your health. Don't use knives or scissors because this would be the same as cutting off your abundance.
So don't have steak for dinner.
Yeah.
Well, you just eat it with your hands.
Yeah.
Don't cry, curse, or lose your temper. There's a belief that how you feel on the Lunar New Year will give you a preview of the general feeling of the year ahead.
Oh.
So keep the vibes high as best as you can. Smile and laugh a lot to invite joy and happiness into your life. Be positive with your words.
Those are kind of good things all along, except maybe the knife thing. Yeah. I mean, we have to use knives on occasion.
Yeah, maybe use something different.
I bet I could go without using a knife. That's for just the first day?
Just the one day. Just that day.
New Year's Day?
Mm-hmm.
I could do that.
So a lot of people do stuff in the preparation up to the time. Like if you need a haircut or if you do your wash day the day before, or clean your house the day before in preparation leading up to. Mm-hmm. So what you should do during the Lunar New Year, clean up. Oh, here we go. The first one, clean up before the new year arrives. One of the most important Lunar New Year traditions is to clean and declutter every room in the house in the days prior to the new year. Repair what needs to be fixed, throw out what's broken, shipped, or expired, and donate what hasn't been used to remove stale, stagnant energy and make space for new, better things. This reflects your intention for a prosperous year. I think a lot of people do this also around New Year's in December.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Give red envelopes generously. Married adults traditionally give red envelopes filled with money to children and single family members. The red envelopes, which represent the fire element, are believed to invite good luck to both the giver and the recipient. Be generous. The more you give, the more luck you will gain, and the more joy you will share with the recipient.
Cool.
Wear new clothes, especially red. Red symbolizes protection and abundance and is believed to scare negative spirits. Legend has it that villagers in ancient China would light red lanterns, set off firecrackers, and display red-colored banners to chase away a beast named Neon, who would emerge from the sea every year on New Year's Eve. Smile, laugh, and remain positive. So showing up with gratitude and optimism invites happiness to follow you all year. So how you feel on New Year's Day will give you a preview of the general feeling of the year ahead. So there.
Cool.
A lot of convergence and good feelings.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning out stuff.
Thinking of others, So.
Yeah.
There you go. We got our set. We're set for the new year.
We're set.
Yeah.
Lunar and solar and lunisolar.
All of the above.
Yeah. Sure.
Woohoo.
All right.
All right.
Well, I am. I'm gonna clean. I might not use a knife, but I'll try to clean.
Well, I probably should do that tradition. I just don't. It's time to declutter all the things.
Yeah.
The things.
Yeah.
I did clean out.
House.
Yeah. I did clean out my closet.
Way.
And I got rid of 12 bags of stuff.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Mm-hmm. A lot of people doing that. And I just keep bringing more stuff. Oh, dear. I need help. I need an intervention.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
The Free Bin is a production of the Toledo Public Library, which is part of the Lincoln County Library District in beautiful Lincoln County, Oregon. Writing by Cindy Bilek, Sophia Kahn, and Harrison Baker. Original music by Harrison Baker. Editing by Harrison Baker and Sophia Kahn. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect those of any organization they represent. Good night.